Welcome to another Canon Debate. Today we are talking about the Martha scene from Batman v Superman. Spoiler warnings go. If you have not seen that movie, go ahead and watch it. You'll know exactly what we're talking about. So this is how it's going to go. Sal's going to give his opening statement. I'll give my opening statement. We'll go 15 minutes of debate. Then I'll do a closing statement. Sal do a closing statement.
Are you choking up?
And yes, that'll be the debate. So, Sal, go right ahead. Kick us off. Oh, well, Sal, you can tell us what side you're on.
Oh, so I'm opposing the Martha scene. And so I'll give my opening statement. I have gone back and forth on this whole scene since the movie came out. When the movie came out and I watched it, I was like, oh, okay, I guess. And then I had that fanboy like aggression saying, of course it makes sense. Why doesn't it? And just giving all these reasons. But then as I kind of took in the movie a little bit more, and it's been almost a year, I guess you could say, since it's been released, I oppose it, and I think it was a very, I don't want to say it was bad, but it was, in my eyes, I just don't think it fit, and I don't think that Zack Snyder and David Goyer thought this writing through enough to make this a legitimate reason why Batman does not kill Superman.
All right, that lengthy opening statement. My fellow people of the canon, today I will be defending the Martha scene, and it basically comes down to this. We can talk about if it fit or not. You could look at a whole movie and debate what avenues you could have went. That's not really a discussion. The question is, did it work? Did it make sense? How effective was it? And I think that it does require, as the whole movie does, a little bit of interpretation, a little bit of deep diving, and which you can come out on the other end really appreciating, not just enjoying, but appreciating what Zack Snyder did. All right, so let's get that clock rolling.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
You're wrong, Sal. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. Go ahead. What is? Give me you.
Okay, so
me.
yes. First of all, I like to point out Sal's reaction was a lot more enthusiastic at the first time. Don't let him lie to you. He geeked out over it just the same way I geeked out over it. So I don't want to hear that. Secondly, basically you have first of all a nice little nod to the fans that don't always, remember. Hey, these two do have the same name.
I do remember. Like we said that. Like I don't know, sometime before when we were doing our own
weeks.
thing, and we were just like, wait a minute, they're both named Martha.
And it just hit us. And how long have we been friends? Oh, not friends, but how long have we been fans of Batman and Superman?
It was a little weird, but yeah, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
No. I mean, you telling me that's not a nice little, not to know that Zack Snyder, whoever wrote it, had that same thought.
It is.
And that attention to detail. So first off, it's a very nice nod to the fans. Secondly, it is very deep. It is a very, very deep moment. I think people really underestimate what Batman has to do mentally to want and go and kill Superman. Not just the fact that he's going up against someone that is impossible to beat as a human, but secondly, he's basically killing somebody that is doing good for the world.
Okay.
And so what he has to do to psych himself up, and what people do in sports and anything else, you look at the opponent as less than human, as less than valuable, as less than you, as less than worthy. You break them down so you can mentally follow through with the job.
Okay, so that's where my first problem comes with is he said the line, if we have a 1% chance that Superman will, do bad, you have to take it as certainty. Mm-hmm. Now, you go through this whole movie, this whole 2 hours of movie, because there was a whole 35 minutes still left in the movie after this part. This whole movie of him just, we gotta kill him, we can't trust him, he's an alien, this and that. And then, it's such a weak argument to have him 1 sec. Okay, we had the same names, but that changes my whole mindset on you still wanting to destroy the Earth because you can. How is that a strong enough catharsis to change a whole person's perspective that they've had seemingly for, at that point, close to 20 months of buildup, okay? So this is 20 months of buildup of Batman not trusting Superman. And all of a sudden, because he has a mom he has a mom of the same name, that's going to change his whole perspective of 20 months.
I mean, but you're talking about a perspective that was forced, that was construed that way for him to carry out the task. It's not as if he was going to kill Zod, and Zod was like, "Hey, my mom's name Martha." He's like, "Oh, well, let me leave." No,
how is this different though?
Because Zod was killing people. It is not. That's a true perspective. That's a true I don't like you. With Superman, all you see him doing is saving people. And so even though if you convince yourself, hey, this guy might take over the world, once you get to the moment,
at that point,
you still have all those real ideas in your head of this guy's actually a good guy.
But at that point, they were saying that Batman or that Superman was killing people. And that was driving Batman's perspective on him. He never once in that
was
movie.
Speculation, though.
That's not speculation. Not compared.
The Africa scene was speculation. No one had proof that he killed those people, and Bruce wouldn't just blindly believe it.
That was never speculation in the context of the movie.
Yes, it was.
They were asking him why he did it.
No.
They never.
No. If they thought without a doubt he killed those people, he would have been condemned. There wouldn't have been no trial or anything. They would have vilified him.
Well, it was
the whole idea was, did he do it? What we need answers. That's what the whole
session was addressed. I don't think no one ever said.
No one
ever said did he do it or not.
The lady I don't remember her name, Senator whatever. She literally said today's the day for truth. We need answers or whatever. We need to know what he stands for. Like they literally wanted to know what happened in Africa. So anyway, that's out the window because even if that was the case, Bruce is smart enough where he wouldn't blindly believe that. He would know.
Well, if he was smart enough, which comes to my next point. You have 20 months of, build up again. I'm telling you that.
Mm-hmm.
You're the smartest detective in the world. Does not know, I guess, seemingly does not know who Clark Kent is, right?
No.
Okay.
I mean, no, he kind of did.
Okay,
you could assume from that face off at the party they knew each other.
Okay, so then he did. And you're telling me he doesn't look into who Superman surrounds himself with, who Clark Kent's mom is. This is not a huge secret that Clark Kent went to school in Smallville. This is his mom. He doesn't know that already. That's a very big plot hole if that's what we're talking about.
I mean, possibly.
It is a pretty big plot hole that Batman, if he knew, seemingly which you just admitted.
I said you could assume.
Then you could assume that he knows who Martha Kent is.
We don't know if he knows Clark, but you could assume.
But you have to assume that he does.
Well, I'm assuming he didn't.
Oh, well, now you are. Okay, well, you just changed your whole stance up.
I'm just saying I'm assuming he didn't. That doesn't change anything. I didn't bring that point up.
Your whole chance
You brought that point up. Okay, here's the thing. Like we said, or we said previously, and then you flip-flop. This humanizes Superman. This makes Superman Clark Kent. Not only the fact that his mom, but also Lois Lane being there, throwing herself basically in the way to protect him. We know just how visually strong that can be, someone willing to give up themselves to save somebody else. And this guy that he built up as this tyrant or potential tyrant or whatever you want to call him, has people that love him enough to give up themselves for him. And so we'll go into it, but I don't think you have to. Batman's ties to his parents and what that means, and really thinking about what he's doing, what he's potentially about to do, and how it was done to him, and how that affected him.
Okay, well then, you can say the same thing for almost that. Besides the Lois part, you can almost say the same. Actually, you can't say the same thing for Lois part because for other villains or other bad people, they have moms too, right?
We don't know.
Okay,
but sure.
Yes, they had a mom in the past, unless they're Brainiac or something. But how is that change a perspective from someone who you think is going to do the ultimate bad and destroy the universe or destroy the world, the Earth? How is that any different from Lex Luthor having his dad or having his mom be in the picture and then Batman wanting to kill him, but then he doesn't because he has a mom.
Because they're not named Martha.
Oh,
I'm just joking. I'm joking. The thing, exactly like my point with Zod, you know those people are bad. The Superman struggle he had was completely constructed in his mind for the purpose of carrying out the deed. I don't care what fears you have. If you literally see this guy on TV day after day doing the things he's done for people and how people react to him, I don't care what fear you have. Somewhere inside of you, you're always going to carry that, and you're going to know what this guy really could be and what he's trying to do. So with one thing, it's like, okay, the villains are bad. I want to fight the villains. The villains is people that killed his parents. But with Superman, it's something you have to trump up. It's like almost like going against your best friend in a sport, if you play sports or something like that, or a physical sport, like if it's MMA and you gotta knock your friend out, you're gonna have to trump something up to get built up for that fight. It's not going to be, oh, I'm gonna just go in there. And
but why do you think that? Like, what tells you that that's what Bruce Wayne did throughout the movie? What? Like,
okay, it'd be one thing if everybody was like that. How do you know he didn't
really believe
Alfred.
That?
Look at Alfred. Alfred is his voice of reason, which immediately tells the audience, okay, Bruce, you're wrong. And Bruce knows that he's psyching himself up to go into this. As you hear him argue back and forth with Alfred, who has been his conscience per se, like, dude, look, he's not our enemy. Like, what are you doing? And we see the moments that change. The opening scene where his building is collapsed. And then the scene where he's trying to get kryptonite, which again is part of the plan. And then the worst thing that could happen while he's trying to get a weapon for Superman, the worst thing that could happen, Superman actually shows up and threatens him. Mm-hmm. So now the adrenaline, the hype, the fear is at a full level. It wasn't like he's just sitting there and he's like, yeah, you're right, this guy's evil. It's moments that kicked into his fear in the dream sequence that also, of course, kicked into his fear. Those moments in the movie are clearly set up to show you what's driving him to think, oh my God, I need to fight Superman. And then it's not real. So to me, it being erased in a moment is believable because it was never real. It was trumped up for him in that moment.
But I just think that those, whether they were real or not, I feel like those moments were so strong and such a driving force in Bruce Wayne's mind that this was not a very strong way to go about trumping him out of that or kicking him out of that mindset. And it was just like an easy bridge to get to, okay, now they're together. Now they're working together. And it was
too fast.
It was too fast. I don't think it. Yeah, see.
But that doesn't mean it was bad. My thing, I think you're underplaying. Like if Batman went like not rogue, but he was a vicious guy. What's the one way to get Batman to calm down, to bring him down to earth? You got to hit at the core of what Batman is, and that is his parents. We talked about this before. Death in the family is the thing that created Batman. And so I think not just Superman's like situation. Hearing Martha, which a name I'm sure he hasn't heard in a while, spoken to him as Batman.
Well, I hope, because if he heard that every day, he'd start crying.
Well, anyway. Well, dude became a dude dressed like a bat because his parents died, so he's obviously got issues. But he heard that name, and it didn't he didn't have flashes of Superman as a kid. He had flashes of himself. You hit his situation first, which disarms him. And then he rivals that into, wow, this guy isn't that much different than me. This guy has a mom that he wants to save, a mom that he doesn't want to die. I mean, even if he killed Superman, you think he would have went and saved Martha?
If he didn't kill?
If he went through with it, you think he would have saved Superman's mom?
No.
You don't think Batman would have saved an innocent person?
He doesn't care at that point.
He's not a hero now, apparently.
Well, he was obviously going to kill someone.
Well, Superman, but that's an alien. You don't think he would have saved a human being?
He killed a bunch of other henchmen.
Well, they're henchmen. This is an innocent lady. Batman is still Batman. Because that's my point. Batman is still Batman. Even if he did that, Batman's still Batman. So the fact that you can hit him in the heart at that moment is believable. The fact that this scene is such a problem is because they did not dialogue enough afterwards to really, from his perspective, tell Superman what happened or what, really unraveled in his head. I agree that part they skipped over, they glossed over. It's just like, oh, okay, well, cool. Let me go save your mom. That was the problem. The actual device you used in the Martha, I don't think was a problem at all. I think it was great on a couple different levels, and it really, in that moment, brought together this whole movie, which is the idea of what do we think of this strange alien, and really looking at him as a person and not someone that's foreign to us. And I think all that happened in that moment with Batman, who is the basically the representative of the fear that people have and how that was dissolved in that moment.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't. It was just such a disappointment. I got minute 30. To me, it was just such a disappointment
Not at first. You liked it at first.
No, yeah, but rewatching it and going through the movie, they didn't do a good job of presenting like I said, the catharsis for moving past the hatred. But I just think that buildup of all that hatred was not met with the same power and payoff as the Martha connection. And at the very least, he could have said my mom, and I would have. It might have.
But he doesn't know who his mom is.
He doesn't know who Martha is.
But he doesn't know. That's why Lois came and told him.
Okay, get rid of Lois. He stopped.
But she was there.
He stopped
because
it was Martha.
He was thinking of his mom, and then they had to
say Lois wasn't even there though.
But she was.
If she wasn't there,
but she was.
How would he have known?
But she was.
I'd rather him just say
that's
my
the
mom.
reason they wrote it that way. She was there. But if he said my mom, does he gonna really believe that Superman has a mom? When you put a face to a name, it makes it a lot more.
He said your parents probably thought you were something special.
But he probably think his mom is an alien.
So at that point, then kill him, because then he doesn't.
But he didn't say my mom. He said Martha, and then that's different.
All right. Well, we're done.
Closing statement.
I just wish that they would have thought of a presentation that was better than what they did, and I think it would have solved a lot of hatred for this movie. That's all I'm going to say.
I think the follow-through after the scene could have been stronger. However, the scene itself, the idea and concept of it, was, I think, very artistic, creative, and brilliant. And that if people take time to really look at what it meant for a guy that's Batman that does everything he does to save people, how could he turn around? I know he killed all these bad guys, but how could he turn around and kill someone that is, for all intents and purposes, a good guy just because of how he was scared? Basically making him into what he's trying to fight in the whole first place. All right, so that is our debate. Please let us know in the comments section what you thought. We know probably didn't like it, but go ahead and tell us why you didn't like the Martha scene or why you did like it. Like, subscribe, and if you like this, stick around for more debates.